and welcome back to my channel. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. If this is your first time visiting me, I would like to thank you. While you're here, please like, subscribe, and share this channel. By taking this action, you will be helping the channel to grow. Also, take a moment to read my About page so that you can have some understanding about who I am. I would never copy another person's work ever, nor will I ever copy another person's title. That is because I am authentically me. This work is a part of my bloodline. I thank you for visiting, and I hope that you will return. Please check out my other videos. All are welcome to share his or her story in the comment section below, because your story may be a helpmate to someone else. My channel is a no judgment zone place for healing in some sort of way. If my video does not resonate with you, please do not try to make it fit your circumstances at all. For anyone else and everyone else that this message does pertain to, take from it what will help you on your journey towards your happiness in every area of your life. Once again, I am Empress Real 1584. The Good Witch. This channel is all about healing, so let's begin healing together. I just did a general reading. It was a new moon reading, and I'm still not going to do a particular sign tonight, but I'm going to do all signs, right? But we're going to speak about the month of August because we're at the close. We're at the end. August is all about renewal, transformation, resetting, restarting, refocusing. It's all about a healing journey, releasing the old, getting rid of baggage from the past so that you can have a brighter future. It doesn't matter how old or how young you are. This month was all about change, transformation. So we're going to speak about all signs, right? And we're not going to go in any particular order. Those of you who know me, you understand that I always place the camera down on the desk. Anytime I use a card, when I'm shuffling, when I'm cutting them, so that you can see me do it, so that you can have a full view of the cards, when they're placed, how they're placed, so that you can see. I thank you all for your time, most importantly, but we're going to speak about the month of August because we're at the close of August. But just because we're at the close, it doesn't mean that these doors don't stay open. New doors are open. Old doors should be closed, or you should be on your way to close them so that you can have a new beginning. Each and every day we have the power to reset, restart, and refocus. But we still have to use this energy of the new moon. And I don't want anybody to let that bite them in the butt without starting, without getting set, without focusing, because it's so important for you to do so. Let's speak about Leos. We're going to start off with Leos. Leos, the month of August, you should be having this larger than life attitude. And sometimes your larger than life attitude does get you in trouble. Some people see it as you being too cocky, but you can't worry about people because this is who you are. You are someone who deserves to be at center stage, and it's evidence that you have the ability to add extra special sparkle to your everyday life because so many people are attracted to you. So you should have been, and you should be now, taking August to be extra, extra unapologetic for who you are and your love for the world around you, your love for you, whether it be your hair, the best hairstyles, the best haircuts, the way you dress, your flashiness. August, you should have been showing off and showing out. Yes, people, they're like, Leo always draws too much attention, right? And sometimes you do try to tone down for people, but you should never do that. August, embrace who you are and turn up a little extra. Virgo, you should be standing in your strength. I did 2 Virgo readings and they're on my YouTube platform this month. But it's all about your strength, Virgo. Virgos, let me just say this to you. You are a hands-on healer, and you're here to draw out the finest in your fellow friends, family, your co-workers. August should have been your month to take the initiative to embrace your status as a cheerleader by leading with love. Absolutely. Leading with love. So let your heart love. Let your heart love. Be in the moment. Allow your heart to inspire the rest of the people around you to trust who you are. It's time for you to stand in your strength. It's time for you to be that natural born leader. Libra, let's talk about you. A reflector. You're a reflector. You know how to read the world's response to your every move. August, you should have let August be that reflection back to you. The rest of August, take it as an opportunity to relish your life, your goals, rather than refine your approach. So lap up only the feedback that feels the finest. Don't worry about what people say. Worry about how you feel. Libras, you like to be in alignment. You like to be in balance. So you're going to listen to this person's story, that person's story. You're going to listen to this person's opinions and that person's opinion. But you have to relish in who you are. And you have to stand firm. If what you believe is what you believe, then that's how you should proceed. Stand in your glory and only take in the feedback that feels the finest to you. And that should be your own. It doesn't matter what anyone says. Scorpio, you are an intense friend who knows the stake of their existence. So August should have been all about you to be exhilarated by the epicness of who you are. Family loves you. Friends adore you. Male, females alike, anytime you walk in the room, all eyes on you. So courageously charge up with whatever pull feels most powerful within you. Relish your role as the star of the show. Leo is always the star of the show. And Scorpios, you like to stand in the background, even if you are a natural born leader. And even if you work with a team and you're the one who spun the most ideas, you will allow others to take the credit and you'll stand in the back. But it's time for you to stand in the front and participate in your life. Show up, be the leader, stand in your truth, and be as powerful as you are. It's okay to be the star of the show all the time. Sagittarius, let me just say this. You are forever on the hunt for clues to your life. your childhood, your teen years, you being a young adult. You're forever on the hunt for clues. But you also love to read life's hidden messages, and that's a beautiful thing. So let August remind you that even the simplest forms of existence can also be fascinating. So dig into the very real mysteries of what's actually here. And what's here is you. Trust yourself. If you want better, you have to do better. You know, my mother would always say, if you want better, you have to do better. You have to be better. Sagittarius, some of you have been having a hard go at it. Listen, whatever you're searching for, it can't be turned around. Let it go. That's why this new moon, this black moon, the Lion's Gate, the 8-8 portal, all of those things transpired within the month of August. It's all about resetting, refocusing, restarting. Whatever transpired in your life, let it go. Focus on you to build yourself up. Become the leader. Become the leader that you're meant to be for you. Yes, life seems lonely. Where's everybody? What happened to everybody? My family, my friends, my co-workers. Sometimes at a certain age, we realize that we have none. True story. But even if you don't have any, it's time to work on you. Work on yourself. You keep searching for the mysteries of life. You keep searching for the mysteries of your past. Let them be a mystery sometimes so that you can proceed forward. But let's just say if you're trying to learn about the history of your family, that's not a problem. Everybody wants to understand and know their family's heritage, know their DNA, where they came from. That's not what I'm talking about. What I'm talking about for you, Sagittarius, why did life happen for me in the manner that it did? Sometimes we won't find those answers. And when you can't find them, you don't spend time searching for clues for something that you may not ever find the information for. All you can do is be in the present, decide what you want to do out of life, and move forward. Reset, restart, refocus. Capricorn, the month of August was all about strength for you. It should have been all about strength. And as we come to a close, it should still be about strength. Your power is powerful. Your power is packed in the hard earth, here for you to have and hold for life. You are the earth. You are an earth sign. You are the earth. And the earth, some parts of the ground are very hard. And then other parts are sandy and a little soft. But you are the earth. And you have the earth with you for life, to be able to hold on to it for life. So let the energies of August help you to soften your grasp a little slightly, reminding you that the vital forces can also be found by showing your hand, unarmed, unclenched, unflexed. You're not being all of you. You're not showing people who you are. You're funny, but you keep clenching. You won't show your hand. You clench them. Dance a little. Have a little fun. Move around. Become unarmed. Become unarmed. I know in life sometimes we have to be a little stern. We have to be a little steady, right? We don't ever want to show sides of us that are soft, so we won't be looked at as being weak. But Capricorn, everyone knows you're not weak at all. Everyone knows that you are strong and you are powerful. But the month of August is all about you having a little fun, letting go, knowing that your energies can be relaxed sometimes. You don't have to be all rigid. You don't have to be all stuck. Everyone is not trying to hurt you. They're not. Some people may be, but everyone is not. But you know the difference. You feel the energies of people. You know who you can trust versus who you can't when you're using your energies wisely. So have a little fun. Do something that you've never done before. Dance a little. Not just in your room, but in front of people. Listen, my bathroom says I can sing. My shower says I can sing. My ears say that I can sing. But when other people hear me who possibly may have wax in their ears, they assume that I cannot sing. But that's what they assume. That's their personal business. However, my bathroom shower says I can sing. My ears, they hear me and they say that I sing beautiful. I have a beautiful voice. Guess what? Other people's opinions don't matter. I promise you I want to do karaoke. I'm going to do it. I don't care who boos me. I don't care who claps for me. It's not about anybody but me having fun, enjoying life. Have a little fun, Capricorn. Have a little fun. Dance a little bit. Freedom. Dance a little bit. You know, Aquarius, let's talk about you. Aquarius, always in your head, right? Always in another place, in another realm. A lot of people think that Aquarius just sit around and daydream, that they're not focused, and that's so far from being true. Let me tell you about Aquarius. When they're in their head, 9 times out of 10, they're in another realm. So people think that when Aquarius is staring far off, oh, what's wrong with them? They must be a little cray-cray. Nothing cray-cray about them. Nothing crazy about them at all. They're connecting to other realms. Please understand the Aquarius. There's something different. But you're cool. You're so cool. Down to earth. You get along well with people. And you're a smooth operator. And you can conjure the world with the blink of an eye. That means that you can make people see things the way that you see them. August is your chance. And we're at the end of August, and it's still your chance to celebrate your imprint on creation. You create. Very powerful, Aquarius. You know, whether it be long distance, whether it be a short distance, you've given out to the world around you. And so with you giving to the world around you, it's time for you to claim your signature and claim your place in the sun. It's so important for you to claim your place in the sun. You're different. Very intelligent, very smart, very intelligent you are. Very smart, very creative. And people adore you. But the one thing about Aquarius people, they don't like having frivolous conversations. When they talk to you, they challenge you to be better than who you are. They try to pull out a person's full potential. Aquarius, you are different. You are the sun. And what does the sun do? They help things grow. They nurture things. Without the sun, what would we have? How would the world be? A lot of people, their strength comes from the sun. So it's time for you to celebrate yourself. August is your chance to make that imprint on you. Celebrate you. You're like Scorpio, who's not boastful, who stands in the back. It's time for you to take your place as well and stand in the front, Aquarius. Pisces, you know, we call you a psychic, as most of you are. And you soak up invisible intel. People try to hide things from you, but you see them for who they are. And you're forever feeling beyond what can be seen. So take August to commune with the energies you can actually glimpse with the naked eye. Diving into a direct conversation and relishing the clarity that comes in the light of day. A lot of people give Pisces a bad rap, but I love to call Pisces the mystical fish because they are magic. This is a water sign. Cancers, Pisces, Scorpio. They are different. Most, not all, but most of them are very intuitive. They are psychics. And they see beyond what is being shown. So August, deepen into your psychic abilities. Tap in. Even if a person says, you're wrong about me, you're wrong about what you're saying, that's not true. A lot of people are dismissive because they don't want you to be right. So even if they're saying that, oh, that's not how I feel, that's not what I'm thinking, and what you said is farthest from the truth, don't pay them any attention. It's like, how does Pisces know? Don't let the distraction of someone telling you that you're wrong, and then you go back and question yourself, that's a distraction from what you're supposed to be focused on. And what you're supposed to be focused on is your own energies and diving more so into your psychic abilities. Aries, let's speak about you. You know, you are the Zodiac's most beautifulest. Let me tell you, there used to be a song, and it used to be called the most beautifulest thing in this world, right? But you're the Zodiac's creation of beauty. You love to instigate things. You really do. Instigate with people. You may speak half-truths to start a fire under another person's feet. You like to instigate, manipulate situations to make things work in your favor. And that's not fair. So let August be your month to actually celebrate a change in you, a reset, a restart, and a refocus. That push and pull power that you have to instigate trouble, let it be used in a creative way instead of hurting, to help. Use your power wisely. Initiate instead of instigating. Initiating peace. Initiate love instead of instigating and giving people half bits and pieces of conversation so that they can clash and that they can fight and argue. bring that curiosity to a level of consciousness towards breaking down other people being combative because of a situation that you may have created. Instead of half truths, tell the truth. You know, my mom, and I always say my mom, I was mostly raised with my mom, the major parts of my life. Dad came in at the end. He was there, but, physically he came in at the end. But my mother was a school teacher. She's retired and crossed over now into another realm. And my mother would say, to each one, teach one. And my mother would say, plant a seed and allow it to grow. But when you plant a seed and allow it to grow, you put and you sprinkle and you water what you want to develop. So it's not like you, let's say, plant some beans and then you are pouring soda on it. That's not going to help it to grow. That's not going to make it sweet. But then when you pour water on it, you're allowing the roots to grow, to soak into the earth. The powers that you have, Aries, and that you like to use to instigate, to twist truth, use those powers for the month of August and beyond to actually celebrate you in doing something different. You have a push and pull. You love to watch people around you push and pull in different directions, manipulate in situations, but bring that same curiosity to a consciousness towards you not allowing others to be combative. So many situations you could fix. And I understand you don't want people to look at you as a liar because you don't even see yourself as a liar. You're like, well, I told half the truth, but that's not fair to others. So these outbursts that you have, use those outbursts as a mechanism to cleanse yourself, so that you can have clarity on why you do the things you do. Aries, you're beautiful. But just because you're beautiful on the outside, everybody is not going to continue to fall for the BS that you've created. People are going to start seeing it and they're going to start questioning you. But instead of allowing that to come full circle, use that energy to fix, to cleanse. So reset, restart, and refocus. Taurus, are we leaving you to your own devices, Taurus? Let me just ask that one more time. Are we leaving you to your own devices? You have this sensation of hoarding. There's a show that comes on television and it's called Hoarders. And then people come in to try to make the person or families sell certain things or to give away certain things to donate to help them clean in their homes. There's a Taurus here that's a hoarder, but you don't see yourself as a hoarder. You see yourself as someone who collects nice things to have more than what's necessary so that you won't run out. I'm speaking to a Taurus that when they were younger, they didn't have much. And being that you didn't have much, whether it be food or your family financially was not well off, they live by paycheck to paycheck. You're like, I'm never going to be like that. I'm not going to live like that. So you collect things, you hoard things because you don't want to run out. So it's like a nervous energy that you have of not having. And so you seek to lock it all down for life. It's time for you to let it go. You're a hard worker, Taurus. The monies that you have, you're not going to waste because you want what you want. The house, the car, the dog, the cat. You want it all. And you can have it all, but you don't have to hoard because you will always have enough. You know, you're bright. You know what it's like to have not and to have. And right now you do have, but you have too much of a lot of things. So August, remind yourself that you are the eternal treasure. You are the treasure, not the things that you have. The things can be taken away, but you can't be taken away from you. Yes, you know what it's like to not have. Guess what? No one can come in and take what's yours. So let go of unnecessary things. So if you have 5 or something, baby steps. Look at those things. Let's just say if you have 5 of the same shirts, get rid of 3 and keep 2. That's baby steps. But Taurus, reset, restart, refocus. It's time for you to clean up. But not even so much your home. Clean up your mental space because you are a hard worker. And no one can take the place, or things can't take the place of what you had to live through as a child. You know that you always want to have, and you will. So continue to work hard, move forward, and let go of being that hoarder. Geminis, let's speak about you. You know, you're moved by the world's many wonders. You glean inspiration from life's bizarre things. Like Sagittarius, always on the hunt to learn something more. Even more from people, because you like listening to other people's problems. You like listening to what's going on in somebody's family. You're nosy, Gemini. But August is here to remind you that you are the mixtape. So approach the existence of people. Approach the existence of people as being just like you, that don't want to be hurt. They don't. What they've discussed with you, you should never use it to throw it back in their face. If somebody feels like they can confide in you, they look at you as a friend, Gemini, and take that as a life's lesson, and you become a great friend to them as well. But let me just say, trust that whatever you touch bears the mark of what you decide to do with these energies. Because on one side, Gemini, you can be the greatest friend in the world. But on the other side, always waiting for someone to hurt you. So you sit there and you listen deeply so that you can use the information that someone gives you to hurt. Let's do something different. Trust that whatever you touch bears the mark of what you decide to happen in your life the rest of August and the remainder of your life. You can have beautiful relationships, or you can have relationships where people are going to learn that they cannot trust you. It's your choice. Cancer, in the name of keeping your beloveds close, you sometimes close yourself off from conflict. Cancers, you don't like to argue. You don't want to fuss. You don't want to fight. Let August be an opportunity to express even your most difficult emotions without fearing that you'll lose love. The keeper will always stay, Cancer. And everyone else who isn't meant for you, it's time for them to go. Reset, restarting, refocusing, transformation. Cancer, you hold a lot in. That throat chakra that I spoke about in the general reading before I came to this reading. Unblock the throat chakra. See, look, I'm coughing. Say what's needed. Whatever is needed, say it. It doesn't matter who you think you're saving because you don't want to hurt someone's feelings. Always say what needs to be said. Unblock your own throat chakra. Yes, we know that cancers equal love. You're on this healing journey, wanting to heal people, help people to see new things. You want people to dive into the core of them, the soul of them, right? But guess what, Cancer? Save yourself. Speak. Say what's needed. It's not going to cause conflict if the people you're talking to sincerely love you. They will hear you. They will listen. And if they're only listening to respond, then you don't need to be around that person or those people. But the month of August, the remainder, conflict, don't run from it. Say what needs to be said. Say what you mean what you say. Plain and simple. Say what you mean what you say, Cancer. That's the month of August wrap. We're wrapping it up. You still have a chance to finish it. Finish it the right way for you. Do what's best for you always. I'm not here to give anyone advice. I'm not here to tell anyone what to do. You have to do what's best for you, what you see fit, where you want your life to go. Spirit guides, help me to deliver the most accurate message for all zodiac signs. Show me what I need to see. Tell me what I need to hear. Thank you. That was it. Spirit guides, what message do you have for all the zodiac signs to close this reading? What message do you have for all the zodiac signs? Ooh, that's a lot. And I'm not going to take them all. I'm just going to take those two. In other news, everyone, in other news, thank you. Let me see. Thank you for saying this. I am a Cancer. And you're welcome. I'm a Cancer too. Hey, sis. Yeah, I'm a Cancer too. Water signs, right? Listen, one thing about it, I used to be like that. Never wanting to hurt someone's feelings. But sometimes when you don't speak for yourself, you hurt your own feelings. Let me just say that. You hurt yourself by not saying what's necessary. And then you go home and you wallow and you're like, oh, I should have said this and I should have said that. It doesn't hurt the other person, it hurts you. So it's always important to say what's needed, whether it's good, bad, or ugly, because your intent is not to hurt. Your intent is to tell the truth no matter how they feel. What's important is how you feel, Cancer. It's how you feel. And at the end of the day, say what's necessary. Don't hold it in. One thing that you can do, your throat chakra, massage it often, right? I know it seems lame to some people, but this is how we wake up our energies. True story. This is how we wake up our energies. This is how we connect to our chakras, because they should be open. They should be open. Like third eye. A lot of people's third eye isn't open, but you'll hear a lot of people walk around and say, my third eye open. Listen, honey, if your third eye was open, you wouldn't talk about it, because that means that you have some beautiful powers that you don't want a lot of people to know about. No one walks around and brags about their third eye, but to begin to open it, massage is so important. Right there above your eyebrow, start massaging. You have to wake up your chakras. Everything that's a part of you, wake it up. Your throat chakra, wake it up, massage the parts of you. Heart chakra, wake it up, wake up your heart chakra, touch you, and allow everything to be open. A lot of people think that they're so connected to themselves, and they're really not. The ego controls many. The ego is what stops you from saying the things that needs to be said out of fear, out of hurting someone. But your soul, the core of you, doesn't want you to be hurt because it's the very existing of who you are. So the soul is going to live forever. The ego is temporary. So when this flesh is gone, because the body is temporary, but the soul is forever, is for eternity. The soul doesn't want to be hurt. The soul wants to connect to you, and it doesn't want you to feel uncomfortable. So it's so important to get it off your chest. Get it out your mouth. Say what's needed. You're not out there trying to hurt, to attack. Although you're a Cancer and people don't know, you can. And sometimes you're quiet for their safety. I know I am. You're quiet for their safety because you don't want to hurt. But sometimes it's necessary to put a person in their place, and you can do it in the most humble way, without cursing, without raising your voice, without arguing. So, speak. Speak. Holding it in can cause so many problems. High blood pressure, stress, anxiety. Speak. It's so important to speak. In other news, miracles really do happen. Expect sudden growth and positive movement in all areas in your life. These miracles will bring you much joy and happiness. Listen, this is for everyone. Miracles really do happen. I promise you, miracles really do happen. When you pray, for my religious people, when you pray, and then when a prayer is answered, you'll be like, oh my God, I received a miracle. But it's what you prayed for. That's magic. Miracles really do happen. Guess what? To my spiritual people who meditate, and you're trying to manifest an outcome, and when it happens, it's a miracle. That's what you say. It's a miracle. It happened. Miracles really do happen. It's a fact. It's a truth. I've spoken about it, how I obtained a mortgage with $5 in my bank account. That happened. Straight up. I applied for a mortgage with $5 in my bank account and got it. Miracles happen. I'm going to tell you another miracle. My mother is crossed over now. My mother was in the hospital. This is the very first time that she was admitted into the hospital. And she was in intensive care. They said, your mom needs surgery. My sister, is 3 of us. My oldest sister, she's crossed over. Then there's a middle sister, and then there's me. They said, your mother needs surgery, or she's not going to make it. I was like, do it. Whatever needs to be done, do it. We did surgery. The next day, your mother needs surgery again. Now, my grandfather, he's Kahari Indian. He didn't believe in any doctors, no medicine, no nothing. He always said, once they cut on you, they'll never stop. That's what my grandfather would say. But me, I want to save mommy's life. Day 2, they said my mother needed surgery again. Let me just say this. My mother had 7 surgeries in 7 days. The very last surgery, my mother had open heart surgery awake. They put my mother in a coma. They put her in a coma. So When I asked, they said, listen, your mother needs one more surgery. And they said in order for us to do this surgery, she can't be put back under because she's had too many. We don't even feel like she's going to make it, but we're going to let you and your sister make the decision. That's what the doctor said. My sister said, and I repeat, I don't know what the F you trying to save her for. Let her go. It's her time. Let her go. That's what my sister said. This is my big sister, the middle one, because the oldest one passed away. I didn't say a word. Like you, I didn't speak. I didn't speak. I was shocked that she and I raised in the same house, and she says this about our mother. Let her go. But something in me said, not right now. So then the doctor comes back out. Did you make up your mind? I said, I did. My sister said, I said, let her go. I said, bitch, I have power of attorney. I spoke up. I had power of attorney, not my sister, the baby, me. I spoke. And I said, I'm not letting my mom die. That's what I said. I said, do the surgery. So they had to get the head of the hospital. They had to get the parishioner. They had to get the nurse. We had to get witnesses. So when my mother woke up out of her coma, when they woke her up, they said, we know you can't speak because she had all those tubes that they had to take out. They said, if you understand, we want you to nod. Is your name? She said. Were you born? She said. They said, do you know who she is? And she said, yes. And then with all the people standing around her bed, they said, where's your daughter? And she lifted up her arm and pointed at me. They said, your daughter wants you to have surgery. You don't know, but you've had 6 in 6 days. Every day we did surgery on you. You need one more open heart, but we cannot put you back to sleep. You may feel it, but when we open you up, if you move an inch, you could cross over. Do you understand? She shook her head, yes. I said, Mommy, I need you to do something. The doctor said, wait, I'm not talking. I said, I have to speak. Mommy, don't move. Whatever you feel, don't move. I said, you had 3 daughters. Labor, delivery, natural birth, contractions. That's the worst pain you'll ever feel. Whatever you feel when they cut you open, don't move. Guess what happened? My mother went in the operating room. They allowed me to stand by the door. I paced those hallways. My sister left the hospital. My mother was wheeled out. She said, Tara, that's my name. I said, yes, Mommy. She said, I'm alive. She spoke. Don't ever allow anyone to silence you. Speak. My mother lived a few years after that. A few years after that. When my mother left out the hospital, she said, I want a new car. I said, you don't need a new car. She said, I want a car. I didn't want her to get a car. But she did. And in the town where we're from, everybody would tell me, because I lived in a whole different states away, every nurse I got to come to the house, she kicked them all out. She didn't want a nurse, but she got a car. They said she would ride around in our town doing 5 miles an hour. Damn it. And she was awake. I fought for her. And my sister didn't stand with me. Sometimes people want people to pass away for monetary reasons. Shame on her. But I had my mom a few more years. When my mom got out the hospital, she said, "Where's my daughter? The other one." I said, "Mom, she wanted you to," that's what I said. I said, "She wanted you to perish." She said, "What?" I said, "Uh-huh." I said, "She told all of them to let you go." She said, "That's why you have power of attorney." I'm the baby. My two sisters have the same father, and I have my father. My mother was married twice. All these years, I used to be like, those were her favorites. That's what I thought. Like, those were her favorites, because that was from the love of her life. When my mom passed and I was moving things around, there was an envelope. My sister, who wanted my mom to pass away, she just thought she was going to have my mother's house. She left it to me. Me. Speak. No matter to whomever, speak. Never stifle yourself for anyone. Speak. A lot of times I don't like to argue. I don't like to fuss or fight. I don't. Sometimes you let people say what they want, feel the way they do, because it's necessary, but never allow it to be so necessary that you don't get your words out, because it will hurt you. Anxiety, stress can bring on a host of ailments. Miracles really do happen. Touch your chakras. Speak life over you to give yourself strength mentally, physically, and emotionally. When you feel anxious, that anxiety coming in, push that shit away. Breaking news. Spirit says it is time to stand up and speak up for yourself. Let me let you look at that. Spirit says it is time to stand up and speak up for yourself. Understand that you are not a doormat for people to walk and talk over. Neither do you deserve to be treated as such. Reminder. This is a reminder. Remember that you have the power to say no more. No more. You have the power to say no more. At the bottom of the deck, in other news, Spirit says, pay attention to your dreams. Spirit is trying to deliver an important message to you through the dream world. Now may be a good time to get a dream journal. I believe in the power of journaling. I promise. I believe in the power of journaling. Write your dreams down. There's a message in there. If I have been speaking more boldly this month, it feels like my mouth will be sewn shut. Who gonna sew it shut? Speak. Say whatever is needed. Say what you feel. Say what you mean and mean what you say. It's important. I used to always worry about hurting someone's feelings, but I don't think anybody ever worried about hurting mine. I always used to save people, let me tell you. And I used to be like, ooh, I'm being quiet because I'm saving you. I'm saving you. Because I'm not going to lie, thank you for that. Thank you. Truth is, when I didn't speak, I would use these. And that's not okay. So never allow a person to bring you to a place where you would have to use these. Because I was an open-handed person. I just smacked the mess out of somebody. But we can't do that. I learned that from my grandma. I learned that from my grandmother. Listen, But guess what? It's better to say what you mean and mean what you say. I promise. I used to tell my kids, if you don't like something that I did, if you don't like something that I said, you have the right to speak openly to me. And I would give them that no matter how they said it, because sometimes when a person is riled up, they may say things that they don't necessarily mean. I mean, like saying a curse word or something to that nature. But I will always tell my kids, say it to me. You know, I don't want secrets between us. Speak to me, you know, be open with me. And that opened the door to many ways. My mother, same thing. She had told my children, she said, you know, no matter what, your mother always told me the truth. Anytime your mom went out, wherever she was going, I always knew where she would be. I could always put my hands on her. And my kids to this day, they repeat those same sentiments. It's so important to have that open dialogue with whomever. But don't worry about whose feelings you may hurt. You worry about what happens when you don't say what's needed. Do you know high blood pressure is caused from things like that? Anxiety, heart problems, because the people hold it in. They hold it in. And it can cause a world of pain. And some things you can't even come back from. Imagine having a stroke because you stressed out. Because you got people talking over you, people yelling on you, people lying on you, and you never say stop. As simple as that. No more. Or leave me alone. If you have no respect for me, don't come around me. But most importantly, no more. It's as simple as that. And that's the beautiful things. Those miracles are magic. Keep bringing them in. Keep bringing them in. The best thing about it is that you've acknowledged them. Always acknowledge everything that you see, everything that you receive. Always acknowledge where they came from. It doesn't matter who you pray to, but acknowledge where everything comes from so that more and more can be bestowed upon you. But I thank you all. Thank you for the time. Thank you for the new follows. Thank you for the gifts. I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I'm going to be posting this video on my YouTube platform. Join me over there. I do lives over there as well. When I do the lives over there, I'm able to connect with people a little more. The camera setup is different. I wear these things right here. I wear these glasses, and man, I can't see. I'm getting older. I'm 52 years old. I'm getting older, so it comes with age, right? It comes with age, right? Listen, I need to be rubbing on my eyes and saying restore my sight, but I just need them for reading and night driving. Listen, nobody around here wants me to drive at night, so I'm the passenger princess, right? Because I can't see at night. But I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. I send to you all nothing but love and light. Good night. Speak. Listen, massage your throat chakra. Speak. It's so important to do so. Listen, I'm still young. My age says I'm 52. Parts of my body says I'm 40 something, but my brain says I got to be over 18, right? So I'm 19. That's what my brain tells me. And I keep it sharp. Let me tell you, I'm always testing myself. I keep it sharp. So listen, I love life. Every year that I get older, it's a blessing. I see how life can be given and taken away. It can be given and taken away. My sister passed away at 43 years old. Never drank, never had alcohol in her life. She never smoked a cigarette. She never did drugs. And she passed away a virgin. She never even said a swear word. She never swore. She never cursed. And in life, sometimes you question things. You question, like, how is she not here and I am? Because there was a time when I wasn't here and they had to resuscitate me. There was a time again and they had to bring me back. I always felt like she was the favorite, which she was in my whole entire family. But sometimes you're in a position, because my sister was quiet too, smart. When she was in middle school, she got a full scholarship to college. She was our first Doogie Howser. Doogie Howser was a television show when I was growing up. This little Caucasian boy who was a doctor as a teenager on television. But my sister, middle school, 6th grade, full scholarship to Johns Hopkins University. My mother would not let her go because she was too young. That was my sister. She was a brain, let me tell you. She was a brain and she was beautiful. But sometimes you're put in position to speak. So I look at life like that sometimes we have to switch roles. And the youngest becomes the oldest, as I had to step over the middle. So speak. The card says so too. But I am Empress Real 1584, the Good Witch. Thank you all for your time. Thank you for your gifts. Thank you. And I will be back tomorrow at 8 p.m. It's 8:13. I started early. I got 3 videos in, so I'm going to be posting them on my YouTube platform. But that's my dog snoring in the background. He had surgery today. So I'm about to quiet my space so he can get his rest. But love and light. Good night. Yes, my YouTube is the same name. But if you don't want to type it all in, you can go to the front of this page. You can click the link and it'll take you to my YouTube page. I do personal readings. That's a separate link on the front of my page and it'll take you over to my website. But I always tell people, before you book a reading with me, go to my About section and really read over my page to make sure that I am who you want. I do personal readings. I do psychic readings. I do mediumship readings. I do them separate, or I can do them blended, meaning partial. Medium, partial, psychic, blended together. Anytime that I do a personal reading for anyone, I always tell people, don't say anything to me. I want to connect with you. I want to connect what my spiritual team allows me to hear, allows me to see, feel, taste. Let me say everything that I see. Once I've told you everything that I see, whatever I feel, you can ask me any question you want. That's the way that I do my personal readings. I need to speak. I don't want you to tell me nothing about yourself, your situation. I don't want you to tell me who shot John, Paul, or Bill. Just let me tell you everything that I see. Once we do that, you can ask me anything you want. But always read my information. It's so important to do so that you can make sure that you connect with me. But I am Empress Real 1584. I send you nothing but love and light. Good night. Thank you so much.